painting is not a camera, it's being filtered through my eyes. So it's not just that person, it's a combination in a way of them and me. I'm Julia Bowie, and me as an artist, I feel that I've always been born an artist. I think all of us are born artists, but sometimes we forget that along the way because to me, art is about play. It's about just expressing yourself and having a lot of fun. I actually went to OCC. I was a single parent here. And while I was here, I was taking classes actually in interior design. And part of the program required us to take some fine arts courses. And so that's kind of where I got my start. But I didn't really continue on with it. I didn't revisit art until I actually graduated from Cal State Long Beach. Maybe 10 years later, I started taking figure painting and portrait painting at Long Beach City College. And this project actually came about a little bit after I started taking those classes at Long Beach City College. During that time in my life, I was actually going through depression. I think what I was feeling was sort of sometimes what I coin like existential loneliness. I became very depressed and I knew I needed to do something. And that's when I actually started couch surfing. Couch surfing existed before Airbnb. Somebody had the idea that, we're gonna have this app where wherever you want to stay in the world, you can search for somebody that is a host. Then you can connect with that person. You can request certain days to stay with them. I decided to try it out as a host first, mostly because I was depressed and I had all of these paintings laying around in my apartment. And the first guest that stayed with me was very curious about the paintings. And it was just actually kind of a random conversation that we had one time. He was like, "Oh, I'll be a model for you." And I was like, "Oh, would you? That's really great," because actually it's very difficult to get people to model for you because they usually have to sit for a long period of time. And so the fact that he was offering to do that, that was great. That was a great opportunity. So he modeled for me. And then after that, I told the next person about that experience. And the next couch surfer was like, "Oh, I want to do that too." And so it started just kind of like snowballing into this thing where I decided that after that, I only wanted to host people for actually longer periods of time because in order to get the painting done, it was better to have like a couple of days in which to schedule it. So I kind of made like the minimum stay requirement. I think I mostly finished everything in that one sitting. Some of the paintings I did like go back and touch them up, but most of them I've kind of left them the way that they are, just because like for me, I know that my painting style is very different working from life versus like working from a photograph. I know that from the photograph, because I feel like I have unlimited time, I spend too much time on it and becomes almost like tight and stiff. And it's not like flowing anymore, it's not loose anymore, and I don't really like that. And so I do try to finish my paintings, as much as possible, just within that time frame so that I can capture that in the moment feeling. It's so special to have a painting because it's so easy nowadays to produce a photo with, digital cameras, phone cameras. You can see immediately whether or not you like it, whether or not it's good, and then you can discard it if you don't want it. And so I think it's become almost in a way too manufactured because you're just taking the best one. You're not taking what is the first or what comes out. I decided to go back and interview some of the people I had painted, and it was such an amazing experience. For some of these people, I had not, been in contact with them for, 4 years. And so it was amazing just to, catching up with an old friend. Something that was like a common theme that stuck out to me was that none of them had ever really had any experience that was quite like that before nor after. And so they kind of remember it as something that, kind of stuck out to them. And for some, it's something that they often talk about.
The painting process, it made the whole stay very unique. It's a good story to tell. Every time I tell people about it, they're always like, oh, that's so amazing. That's so, let's say, creative, it's so special.
I have told also to my friends and my family. I've also shared a picture of painting afterwards. And I think just like the whole experience on itself, it was also on a very personal level, again, because like I met you, I met your families.
For me, it's like fascinating to see people build something out of a blank paper or canvas.
I didn't only have the chance to experience couchsurfing, but also had this experience about being painted by somebody. So it was like a fusion of two nice things.
It was very worth it, I think, for both of us to invest this 4 hours of you painting and me sitting. It just made the couchsurfing experience something special,
So I have shown some of them, never as a group. And so this show is going to be very special because they're all going to be together in one place. I've entered different paintings into smaller shows here and there throughout Southern California. Some of them have actually won some awards, but no, not together as a group. So I'm very excited to have them all kind of in one place.